What's up, YouTube world? Welcome back to my channel, Bloomington Hustles. I'm your host, Matt, and thanks for tuning in. Today, what I want to do is just quickly go through a list of things that I have put down that are free activities to do around my town, and I'm sure a lot of these are going to be things that you can find in your community as well. I did a post a while back where I talked about saving money by trying to find free things to do around the community. So I thought I would just quickly throw this one up as the latest blog post about those things that I do here and how I kind of replace some of those things that do cost money. So I got my phone here with me because my list is on there. I come up with these 14 things, and I'm always growing this list as well when I come up with new ones. So number one, a splash pad. I'm not sure if you have one of those in your town or not, but it's really cool. This works out really well for my kids. Splash pad is basically not a pool, but a concrete area where they have a bunch of springs and fountains and things that the kids get to run through. It's a lot nicer than a pool because as an adult you can go there and relax and not have to worry about the kids falling in the pool unattended or anything like that. So it's really nice. And of course that's connected to a regular park as well, so we kind of hit the splash pad and the park. Beautiful thing to do on a Saturday afternoon with good weather. Second thing, this is more of an adult thing for me, disc golf. So if you're familiar with it, it's a sport just like golf, except for you're going to use kind of like a frisbee disc, and you're trying to throw this into a basket. You play it very similar to golf. You want to get a low score, 18 holes, and it's a wonderful day out with friends if you can get some people into that. And it's free, and they have golf courses, disc golf courses all over the country. In fact, I went on a tour one year where we hit 7 or 8 different states to play. It was a lot of fun. Didn't spend a dime. Next up, farmers markets. Saturday morning farmers markets. For us here, that's kind of like a whole family outing thing, and it's a lot of fun. You go there, it's not just fresh produce, but there's live music, and now they're getting to the point where they're setting up stands where you can go over there and eat breakfast and things like that. But be careful not to spend too much because farmers markets tend to be a little pricey. So just get the most important things for the house before you take off there. Number 4, just going to any park in the city. There's a countless amount of parks here in Bloomington. So we've kind of made it one of our challenges to hit every single park in the city. And that's been quite a challenge because there are so many of them. There's a few of them I didn't even know existed. And that keeps it fresh, right? Number 5 for us is the Wonder Lab. Now this one isn't free. This is kind of like a children's museum here in town. But what we do every year, because everybody always wants to buy something for Christmas, even though I ask them not to buy me anything because I'm a minimalist and I don't really want anything. For videos on minimalism, you can check out some of the links below. I talk about that as well. But what I do anyway, because people still want to buy us things, I say, hey, will you get us a membership to the Wonder Lab for the kids? And that works out really perfectly. I think it's like $100 for the whole year subscription. They're happy to buy that, and then we get a free membership to the Wonder Lab all year long, which the kids absolutely love. And then on top of that, we go a little bit further and we ask a membership to Bryant Park Pool as well from another group of people who are asking what we want for Christmas, and that's another then kind of pseudo free thing for us to do for the summertime, is to get into the pools. So I'll combine those two together. So now we're at number 6. Walking and riding bicycles for us on the Beeline. The Beeline was an old railroad track that ran through town and now is a nice walking path. A lot of the big cities are starting to do this, and that's a lot of fun if you can get into that. I've recently also gotten into longboarding, so either walking, riding the bike, or longboarding on the Beeline, which is a nice, smooth, paved trail. You get a chance to meet some really neat people there and get some exercise in. Number 7, if you have a dog, dog parks are wonderful. Your dog will love you and thank you for that, and you'll also get a chance to mingle with other dog lovers. Number 6, hiking trails. Just outside of the city here in Bloomington, and I'm sure it's the case for you as well, you can find some good hiking. We're about 5 minutes out from some good hiking and getting out of the city and getting into the woods, and that's a no-brainer. That one's wonderful and free. Number 9, the public library. There's a kids section, not just for books, but for playing. It's a lot of fun. You got little ones, they can do puzzles. You can rent out some new DVDs and some new books. It's a lot of fun just to take the trip down there. And usually that's downtown as well, so that gets you out and gets you into some fresh air. Number 11, this is a neat one for us, or I lost count. Maybe I'm at number 10. Number 10, Friday night movie in the park for us. Every Friday night during the summer, they put on a free movie in one of the biggest parks that we have in town here. If you don't have this going in on your town, maybe you should think about trying to get this started because it is wonderful. And I'm sure you could get some funding through anything crowdsourced. So GoFundMe or even the city maybe you could reach out to the city itself. But every Friday night, a bunch of families get together, throw a blanket out, and throw a movie up on a screen in the park, and that is a wonderful and cheap option instead of going to the movies. Number 11, we have what we call the fire tower that's just outside of town here. We go there a lot. That's a really neat thing. It was an old fire tower that they actually used to keep eye over the city, but now they have it open to the public. So you can go out there, you got to hike a little bit to get through it, and then you walk up, I don't even know, 10, 12 flights of stairs to get up to the very top of this, and it's pretty neat. And of course, it's free. Number 12, we have a Buddhist monastery here in town. Where you can go. Again, there's also meditation hiking trails there, and you can actually go into the monastery and do some meditating as well. That is all free and open to the public 3 or 4 days a week. That is really nice. And number 13, and lastly here, I guess I have 13, not 14. We have an observatory that it has an open house every Wednesday night. I live in a campus college town. And so this is an observatory on campus where they do a lot of their classes and their research, but they also open it to the public on Wednesdays. So we can literally go there and stare up at the stars and get a better look at those every Wednesday. And again, that is just my ongoing list of free things to do around town. If you have any others, feel free to add those in comments below because I would love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to be awesome.